Hey guys, welcome to another Lux Automotive video, and in this DIY video we have a 97 to 2000 Honda CR-V, and what we're going to be doing to this one is we're going to be changing the window regulator of the driver side. So as you'd expect, in order for us to get this replacement done, we're going to need some tools. Some of the basic tools we're going to use are a ratchet with a 10mm socket on it. I have my Milwaukee electric ratchet. If you have a regular ratchet, that's fine as well. Also, you'll need a Phillips and a flathead screwdriver to remove the upholstery, and of course we would need the replacement regulator. I would have the replacement regulator linked in the description so that you could find that easy in case you need to purchase one, so be sure to check that out. Now that we have the door open, right, we have a few screws that we have to remove. There will be Phillips screws. We have one here. We have this retainer clip right here, which is Phillips head but plastic. We have one screw here, we have one here, and we have one here. And these have to be removed at a particular angle. Also, under the speaker cover, we have 3 screws, which are also Phillips, that would have to be removed. So let's get into it. So let's start by removing the speaker cover so that I can show you guys the exact location of the screws, and we're gonna just look at all the different screws and their locations at a closer angle as well. Now we're gonna remove the cover that goes behind the mirror that covers the mirror bolts. We are not gonna be removing the bolts that hold the mirror up, but we need to remove that cover in order to lift the door card up while we remove it from the door, because we have to lift it up and that would be in the way. Also, when removing the inner door handle, all you need to do is just slide it towards the inside of the door and it'll just come right out. What you want to do is pull this, and then you see this clip right here. You want to pull it back. It's not really hard. You could use a screwdriver. I could just use my hand because this one is not that bad. And you want to lift this metal piece up. So I'm gonna just use a screwdriver for this. I'm gonna put it right in here, right? And I'm gonna just gently lift it up like so, and then we have it out. See? Now that we have undone all the screws and we have removed the inner door handle, we're gonna lift the door card up, but we're not gonna pull it out right away because there's electricals connected. This upper one is responsible for releasing the back door, and the lower one is the speaker connector. And for the speaker connector, you just need to like squeeze the sides and pull it out, and just like that we have them out. So on to the next step, which would be actually removing the window regulator inside of the door.
So now we have this seal, which is covering this entire thing. So we need to peel it off. You could tear it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to squeeze it. Keep these together. Clearly someone has been here already. This is the connector that actually connects to the regulator. So I'm just going to pop this out, and I'm going to disconnect it like so. Listen. So normally you would have to remove the brackets that hold the glass in place, but since the regulator is up and it can't come back down since it's not working, you have to remove all these 4 bolts and see if you can have it come down and then try and take it off.
Right, so now that we have removed the 4 bolts that holds the regulator in position, our current goal is to pull it down with the glass and kind of maneuver it in a kind of position where we could get access to the 210 mil bolts that actually hold the glass onto the regulator. Once we get that done, then we're going to carefully lift out the glass from a diagonal position towards the outside of the door, right? Then we'll proceed to removing the 2 final bolts that hold the regulator in place, and we're going to pull that out and put in the new one. Now we have the glass out and safely secured in the vehicle, we are going to remove the 210 mil bolts that remains, and we're going to just pull the regulator out and swap in the new one. There was an error that occurred during this installation, but we're going to get to that in a bit, right? For now, we have successfully removed the faulty regulator, and we are going to replace or install a new one, right? So there is a vertical spacing between the bolts, so there are 4 bolts in total in the core area, right? The left set compared to the right set, right? So the vertical spacing between those on the left is actually way more than those on the right. It's not hard to get it right. So basically we're gonna catch our bolts, and then we're gonna run them up with a ratchet, electric ratchet, and you will see that we have encountered an issue. So the original regulator has 4 pins, and they are orange or yellow red, blue and black, right? The new regulator only has a 2-pin connector which has 2 wires, which is a solid red and a blue. Right, so yes, I did not check. So we have a red, blue and a yellow, red, blue and black connector to do it. So basically I pulled off the connector head from the new regulator, sorry. And I did some research. I'm not an electrician in no way, shape or form. I do have a tiny bit of knowledge, so I could go around, but I like to do proper research. So online it was saying that the blue on the 4-pin connector connects to the blue on the 2-pin connector, and the red on the 4-pin connects to the red. However, there's 2 red, there's a red yellow and a red blue, right? I have a multimeter. I tried using it, the battery was dead. So what I did, I actually went to the store, grab up a 9-volt battery, plug it up to my multimeter, get that going. And for some reason, the information I got on the internet was not working for me. So I run some tests. I realized that the red blue is actually what gives power. So I connected that to the red, and actually the red yellow actually is what controls the regulator, and not the blue as everyone was saying on the internet. So now that we have that out the way, I wired them up together, and we were on our way towards completing this replacement.
Switch on. Control. So we're going to continue with the reinstallation or the replacement. Let's get our bolts. I'm going to ditch the clip holder and just like tie strap it all in here so that it doesn't move. So let me get a tie strap.
Now that that's out the way, we could proceed to putting back the glass and bolting it up onto the regulator. However, upon removing the glass, I noticed that the track felt just a bit tight. It wasn't that tight, but I do not want, when I'm putting the glass back in, like there's a problem. So I'm just gonna WD-40 the tracks, just to allow the glass to slide a bit freer, and we're gonna install and see how we can wrap this up. Now we're gonna be putting the glass back, and again we're gonna put it from a diagonal position from the outside of the door. Right, we're not gonna put it from the inside. A diagonal position from the outside. We're gonna take our time. We do not want to damage it. We are not going to create more problems. Okay, we want to get this done quick and easy and as hassle free as possible. So let's take our time. You do not want to damage it. Get it down, align the spaces for the bolts with the space on the regulator, send the bolts in, make sure it's nice and snug, tighten properly, not too much, don't over tighten, and we're good to go. It got a little dark, so I had to get my trusty Milwaukee light, but here we are. Job completed. This is well in. Smooth down and smooth up, so we're good to go. Here we have the old one which we replace. This would be going to the customer, and we're good to go. And this is basically how you would replace the window regulator for the Honda CR-Vs, the RD1s. Yep, this is basically how you go about getting it done.
So, just to summarize the change to the regulator on this RD1 CR-V, basically some of the issues we encountered is that the replacement in a two-pin connector, the original had a 4-pin connector. So on the internet it was saying that the blue is actually the control of the up and down switch, right? That's not the case. The red and yellow on the 4-pin connector actually connects to the blue of the 2-pin connector, not the blue on the 4-pin connecting to the blue on the 2-pin. The red and yellow on the 4-pin connects to the blue on the 2-pin, and the red and blue on the 4-pin connects to the red on the 2-pin. There will be links to the tools that was used and also a video regulator in the description in case